I guarantee I could shave off half a second now.
Oh, it's got white interior.
I think I'm losing my mind right now. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the vlog and thank you for tuning in. Today is a very big day. Today is race day. I got here at the shop a little bit early. I've been cleaning up a bit, but now I'm gonna go head over to Studio RSR to take a look at the cage. This is my first time seeing it, and then from there, we're gonna see what our times are. Our chariot awaits us. Look at all of these keys we have right now. I feel like a janitor. We have some big things, you guys. New shop, picking up Mimi for the first time for her cage, going drag racing. We have the C8 on its way. Like, I know content has been a little lackluster. Well, there hasn't really been any lately, but this is a jam-packed episode today. So we are here at Studio RSR. I have the Kirky seat in the back, but I don't think that we're gonna install that today. We're a little short on time in order to get to the drag strip, so I think I'm gonna race with the OEM seat. I've been here a couple hours already, just kind of pulling everything out of the shop to see what we have, and I mean, this is one, that's two, and oh my God. You really don't realize how much stuff you have until you start pulling it out. We're gonna see if we can get all this fit into roids and then load up the car. You guys will see Mimi in a second so you can check out that cage. You gotta start commenting below and let me know what times you think we're gonna put down. Disclosure, I've already seen the cage and it looks sick, but we did notice that the car is leaning pretty heavily. We fixed that, we thought we did with the body bushings, but now, you know, we'll wait. We may have noticed something that could prevent me from going to Irwindale tonight. So let me show you guys the cage first and then let's try to drive her and see if we can drive her. Good morning!
What up?
Yeah.
You and your time.
Yeah. That's about a 7 in the morning.
That's west, guys, for you guys. That's the west side.
Well, I think we have a cage to see right now.
Let's see what you think.
So as you guys know, Studios RSR are the ones who are doing the drag cage for Mimi. They also do a bunch of bolt-in cages for you at home who want to purchase a cage but don't want to weld into your car. This is a custom welded cage. Oh my God, wow. So this cage will be spec'd for 8.5 seconds. That's pretty fast. We got the 2 dash bars. Technically you don't need any, but I want to be safe. We have the diagonal door bars, obviously main hoop. We got the 3 in the back. I'm talking about cages like I know. I feel like you know better than I know.
Yeah, so we got the 2 down bars for drag. Normal, you know, main hoop with the 180 degrees of bending. The rear bars that go to the back are to the actual frame. No crossbar. If there was a crossbar, we would have had to make its own little mounting point for the horizontal. Single X on the back per request, and single down tubes for the door bars. So that's a little bit different than what we do for, say, the Corvette.
Look at these welds, holy hell. Stacking dimes. The cage that we have inside of Mimi is a 1 5/8. The cages that you guys usually do is 1 3/4. You guys do that for safety reasons, for road racing, that's a big thing. Yeah. With drag racing, we wanted to do something a little bit less and more lightweight. We spent a lot of time kind of going through what we wanted for this cage in order to handle and prepare and make sure that I'm safe as well as keeping it as lightweight as possible.
A lot of people don't know, like when we describe like the specs for the tubing, when you say wall thickness, the diameter is this. So we normally use 1 3/4. Right. Your car has 1 5/8. Yeah. And then when we say wall thickness, that's the thickness of that. Right.
But let's keep looking at this. Oh my goodness, you guys. And I won't let this get like envy where she started to rust before I painted her.
Oh yeah. You have to paint the cage.
I have to do a lot of things on this car. We also have the new floor pan. I said it right, you guys. So welded, looking good, blended into the tunnel and everything. Yeah, so I have the Kirky seat in the truck, but we need to fabricate our own brackets for it. And I wanted to go drag racing, but we may not be able to now. I want to show you their GTR and then I'll show you guys what's going on. I think this is the coolest thing ever. If you are at home and you want to buy a bolt-in cage, you can buy one from Studio RSR. Look how intricate this cage is for a GTR. Every single thing in this R35 is bolt-in. I mean, obviously the cage is welded, but it's bolted to some of the strongest points in your chassis. I mean, what's something like this run for, that you guys sell it for?
In chromoly, with all the good options that we do, we sell it for 4,800.
I like that you're able to keep the stock dash. It doesn't really interfere. You can get in and out super easily. I think this is super cool. It's bolt-in. You're not welding. It doesn't void your warranty or anything, so.
Fully reversible.
Unlike cutting your fenders for a wide body.
Yeah. You didn't tell us there was a NOS tank in the back.
And they started welding, not knowing. Okay, but you should have assumed, knowing me, that there would be a bottle of NOS in the trunk.
That's true.
I wanted to take the car today to go racing, so they didn't have time to mount this there, but they left the plates here for me. I'm gonna paint it on either side.
Those are mounting plates, so your cage isn't mounted yet.
Oh man, so is it just gonna fall off on me as I drive? That'll pass tech.
Just kidding, they're covers.
We're about to find out right now. All right, and this is what may be preventing us from going to the drag strip tonight. I was gonna go solo dojo and hopefully my friends are gonna meet me there, but now I might not be able to go, so down we go. We had an issue with the rear. When we did the body bushings, it was fixed, but she's a little bit leaning. As far as I remember, she was not doing this when we were dynoing her. She was running straight. So I'm gonna drive her right now and see if I can hear anything or if I notice anything or if she drives straight, if she pulls one direction or the other. Should we start her up? Have you guys turned her over since the dyno at all?
How do you do that?
Wait.
Wait, what?
Did I bring the key?
For what?
Oh my God.
For what?
Why we couldn't open the trunk? She had the key the whole time.
Yeah, I heard.
So I may or may not have accidentally taken the key home with me after the dyno day last time.
Did you really have the key?
Yeah.
Oh my God, see? I don't have it, I swear to God.
We needed to disconnect the battery to weld in the cage,
Right.
and didn't know how to open up the hood. The welder took about an hour trying to figure out how to open it up. So
Why does no one call me?
I had to go ahead and come through here and disconnect it through the wheel.
That's really how you did it?
Yeah, that was fun.
Dear Lord.
Cody.
The fun part is it passing cert now. I don't think that'll be a problem, but that's always a nerve-wracking thing to do. Well, let's turn her over and hear a rip. At least we got that going for me today. So you guys have been pushing this car everywhere.
Yeah.
You haven't heard it yet. Oh, I also need to cut the brake pedal. It's not closing? There we go. Just needed to muscle it. Ew. We had technical difficulties. Still need to cut the
Let me
pedal.
cut this wire real quick.
Quick, while the battery's attached. Yeah. Oh. What are you doing? Is there gas in it? Or did you take it out when you were welding?
Whatever was there is there.
Do one of you guys mind driving me to go get gas?
Yeah, sure.
I got a bottle of nitrous on me.
No. That's far too much for this guy.
Rip it! Whoa. This is actually the guys from EDO skyline. Oh, what a trip. I forget they're right around the corner sometimes. So you guys know EDO, where I get all my Subaru parts from? Well, most of them. That's their R33. You ripped that corner so hard.
Hey.
All right, take two. So it's kind of funny, just like Envy, I don't really have a dash or any gauges yet set up so that I can read the car while I drive. We had the HP Tuner's box, but Sean has that, and he was gonna meet me later on in Irwindale so we could plug in the computer to read the car, but I'm here on the other side of the world. We just wanna make sure everything looks good. I love the smell of gasoline in my eyeballs. I legitimately think that I blew out my eardrum from how loud it is in this car. Like I'm not exaggerating though, like my ears like ringing. Should probably put mufflers on this. Talk about a manual steering box too, damn. My arms are like shaking right now. So just by doing that, I definitely need some stickier tires. That thing was skirting and dancing sideways. I was just trying to do burnout. But yeah, I swear for a second that I was doing a 1 tire fire because I look back, I'm like, there's no smoke. Maybe I should have dumped it in 3rd.
Your steering ratio is like 3 turns for 2 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I may have broken something. How did I not feel this when I was driving?
What the Whoa.
That first run she made, that's what we heard.
I didn't hear anything. It's so loud in there. I'm telling you guys how I blew out my eardrum.
When you made the first rip, it sounded like you dropped a tranny or something.
So that is literally, I'm so sorry I broke it. Holy sh**. Oh, I've been in love with the suspension and it's not their fault. I broke it. And now this is gonna prevent me from being able to drag race tonight. So next step, let's see how quickly they get a new one shipped out. So maybe we can make the drag day on Saturday. It's a Subaru. If it wants to let go, it's gonna let go.
That was not more smoke.
Was this from his exhaust?
Yeah. From his exhaust.
That was cute.
It was?
That was cute.
Better.
Do it again! And the cops will be here in 3. Thanks for bringing the exhaust.
Yeah! Got it!
Well, at least we know if anything breaks at the track, we literally have everything for this car. Hopefully, QA1 can send a new set out before, or hopefully tomorrow, so that we can get it at least on the track Saturday.
That would be swell.
Do you see it yet in person? The photo I sent you was pretty bad looking.
I don't even need to see it. I've seen enough with the picture.
I absolutely love this Gym Glow trailer. I'll talk about it with you guys later. I really wanted to show you at the drag strip, like lowering the car down and be like, check out this trailer, look at it. But I'm a little sad right now. Let's wake up the neighborhood. Whoa, that was a weird sound. What is going on? That was such a weird sound. Pretty damn good. What, are you stuck?
Oh crap. No steering wheel over here.
Yeah!
I do want to give a huge thank you to Gym Glow Trailers. I mean, you guys know I used to rep AAA strong, but now we got a truck, we got a trailer. Damn, you guys, feeling blessed. But thank you, Gym Glow Trailers, for giving me a trailer to use in order to take my cars to and from the racetrack safely. Speaking of safely, you want to see how sketchy this would have been if we actually raced at the drag strip? So we're back in Mimi, off the trailer, we're going, the guys are pushing, and I hit the brake and the pedal slams to the floor. The linkage literally just broke. Look at this. Like, if I was at the drag strip, especially Irwindale doesn't have any nets. Like, I would have gone straight into a wall. I am just such a strong believer in everything happens for a reason, and this was definitely a reason. I could legitimately be dead. I mean, I'm sure this cage would have saved me, but that still would have hurt. Bro, you guys, this is the first time these two girls have been together. They're like meeting each other right now. It's so cute. So cute. And the idea is to get 3 cars in here, be that Sunfire or Envy. So we're gonna clear the rack in the front and able to move Mimi, I'd say about another half car length. That way I can always get 3 cars inside with maximum security absolutely everywhere. But with that, I bid you a farewell, and I'll see you guys in the morning when we start working on Mimi girl. So I got Mimi on her lift. As you guys know, we broke a coilover, and I want to show you exactly what happened and then explain why it happened. Look at this. I snapped this rod clean in half. Literally snapped it in half. Here is the coilover, and there is a lesson to be learned here. The lesson is I installed them incorrectly. What I did incorrectly is basically when I installed the coilover, I adjusted it to the height I wanted off the vehicle instead of doing it on the vehicle. The good practice is to do it on the vehicle, because when you have something like this where the top hat doesn't spin freely, as you guys can see here, the rod has a nut on the inside of the shock, and by adjusting it, this was spinning too, and it basically just undid the nut on the inside. So if you're gonna install these, do it off the car. Or I mean, wait, no, don't. Do it on the car. Do it on the car. That's my mistake. I don't know everything in the world, so that is exactly the point of why I want to do some test runs in order to kind of shake down a few things on the car. It is so critical to do, but I'm glad we're finding out these issues now instead of on the actual drag strip. QA1, thank you so much for being so understanding about this. They're shipping out another coilover set for me, so I'll get this replaced. Your girl will be back on the drag strip. Another thing we needed to do before taking her to the drag strip is get an exhaust on the car. And look at what we have here. We got a full hooker exhaust for this bad girl. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a look at her, huh? Usually I would say, who needs instructions? But apparently I think I do. Full disclosure, when I say I needed any exhaust in order to run, I did need an exhaust. I honestly had no idea that this was going to be a side exit exhaust. I am like a little kid inside right now. I am so happy about that. Before installing, I laid the whole exhaust out under the car so you guys could see the design. Check this out, into an X pipe, into the mufflers, into above the axles, into a side exit. This is gangster, you guys. This is so OG. And this exhaust is actually a 2.5 inch. I needed anything with a couple mufflers in order to be able to run out the strip. So the guys over at Hooker sent me a 2.5 inch. It's what they had currently in stock. And I have 3-inch headers. So fortunately, the guys here have these super, absolutely high-tech, very handy slip-on sleeves in order to be able to put this exhaust and made it up perfectly. So let's go ahead and get to installing. And to be absolutely clear, Hooker's owned by Holly. So really, thank you, Holly. This far on the exhaust system so far, it is such an easy install. It's coming along great. Now the fun part. I want to do first turnover, but it looks like Sean came in today and took the keys with him, so now I can't move the car, and I've tried so many times to try to push it over this, but I can't do it. So we're gonna have to wait a second to do the first turnover. We got plenty of time before it's a little bit too late to do it, so I'm not worried about it. After looking further at this exhaust and the fuel pump and the filter being right here, I think all we're gonna do is wrap the exhaust because realistically, things may get changed around very soon after this drag day. Also, the shock came in. I'm gonna do a quick replacement with this underneath until Sean gets here to move his car. Yeah, buddy. This is a situation here. So eventually we're gonna have to relocate either the exhaust or the fuel pumps, but it is late. So late to where I can't do a first turnover of the car right now. I don't mean to blue ball you guys, but I'm gonna come back in the morning and do it so you can hear it. There's neighbors in an apartment complex next door, so the last thing I wanna do is start pissing them off first weekend. I'll give it like a month or so, but all right, see you guys in the morning. There we go, we got the new shock in, and just in case that damaged the other side, they sent me another, so I don't call them again. They sent me a third. Just kidding, the guys have been super awesome over there. We also got a new spring, and maybe a couple new springs. Who is it?
Delivery, extra candy.
Free candy?
Yeah, just get in the van.
Does it come with a set of S13 keys? There we go.
No, maybe. Definitely did not take those with me.
Uh-huh.
You definitely hid them in my pocket.
You'd have to see the security cameras later of me just trying to push it like my full body force.
Cold start for the boys?
Cold start for the boys? Your headlight motor broke, huh?
Yeah, something broke.
That sucks.
I know. Well, the lights still come on. At least they broke up versus down.
RB cold starts.
It's so quiet.
Yeah, jinx.
Oh, we got a belt. We got a belt. Hey, you. Shh. Give it a couple of taps, the belt will stop squealing. See?
Is that the trick? I still hear it.
Well, stop now. See?
All right, let's get this assembled and then we will adjust it on the car this time. There you have it. Let's go ahead and slap her on.
You're doing great.
Thanks. I also want to see if that fixed the lean in the front.
Yeah, that looks like way better.
Yeah, that was it.
All right, so this like side exit thing has officially made this car so much safer.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet. Oh, that's so swag. That's so swag. What are you getting earplugs for? It's not gonna be that loud.
Dude, it's still a fucking LS with like nothing but mufflers.
But it's got mufflers now. I mean, the S14 only has one muffler on it. All right, let's see how this Holly Hooker exhaust sounds, shall we? What time is the noise ordinance in?
Probably 10. I don't know.
Alright.
Hold on.
Oh, she quiet. That's pretty good. You hear that? That doesn't sound good. That's coming out the back. It kind of has a weird smell to it.
Well, the exhaust is gonna burn off smell.
Maybe.
anyways.
Well, it could also be the stickers we left on the sleeves, but
Oh yeah, that's definitely melting and smelling gross.
yeah. It kind of had a weird dry hum sound to it just now.
Honestly, I think we can just hear the belts and stuff now.
Because it's not just open head or something, we can actually hear the engine.
Hear things. You're like, wait, why am I hearing sounds now? Oh yeah, that's right.
All right, we checked the oil, everything seems good. It made us remember though that we do need to change the oil before drag racing because this is kind of just the break-in oil. Once we slapped everything together, cranked it, flushed it, then we'll put some good stuff in it. We hooked up the HP tuners in order to keep an eye on her for when we rev her. We can at least know what's going on. All right, take 2, we got a reading, let's do this! All right, let's see what we're working with. There we go. We got a nice RPM, about 900. I know a little bit of what I'm looking at. I'm not a professional here. But I think so far everything looks good. If you guys at home see anything, let me know.
Looks good to me.
Man, I'm so grateful for this exhaust. I can now hear, think, breathe, everything in the cab. Now, the only thing left to do before we can drag race is cut this brake pedal in half and taking a further look at the rod at the brake pedal bracket. It's missing a cotter pin, so I just need to put a cotter pin in it and we are ready to drive. Oh, I'm excited. It's a little smoky in here.
I hate you. I straight up hate you.
So I think this is the perfect place to wrap today's episode.
It smells like
This,
barbecue in here.
it does smell like barbecue. It smells like some good barbecue if you asking me. I am so ready to take her to the drag strip. I am so excited for what is to come. This has really been a busy episode. We picked up the car from RSR. We now have a full custom 8.5 second cage in the car. We got a new exhaust system on the car. I think we're ready.
I learned that your gloves are too small
Why are
for my
you putting
hands.
my
I don't know. I wanted to see if I could get them all out. It just didn't work.
Alright, ECREW, I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you share, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll catch you on the next episode. So excited to drag race Mimi. Alright, you guys. The family is strong. We out here with love. Bye.